Hello and welcome back. Welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about agility and what it really means. And obviously, I'm giving away part of my punchline here and saying that agile is not a noun. But let's get started. Agile. What does it mean? Here's a definition that I grabbed off of I think it was Merriam-Webster's website. Agile is an adjective that says the ability to move quickly and easily, being able to move. Agile was as Ruth, I'm sorry, Ruth was as agile as a monkey. Agile was Ruth as a monkey. Ruth was as agile as a monkey. So it's the ability to adapt quickly, to jump and move and quickly get around, right? The definition that I like to say for organizations and talking about agility within your business systems, it's the ability to adapt to changes as fast or faster than the changes occur within your context. Before we move on to that next slide, I want to talk about what your context means. So here we could be talking about changes in your customers' needs, the way they perceive what they need. We could be talking about advances in technology. So if you are developing new products, what's the innovation in your market? What is the underlying technology that you're building on, and how fast is that changing? You need to be adapting and taking advantage of the new features that are available whenever there's a new innovation in your underlying platforms. Or maybe it's innovation in your market. Today, there's disruption happening in every market, and it's quite possible that there's a disruptive element happening in your industry. Software is always being disrupted with new models, new businesses, new approaches to doing business. So the idea is it's any change that could be happening out there. We'll talk about this a little bit more towards the end of this section. So the word agile is actually used to mean, I find, one of four different things. It either means nimble, the ability to adapt quickly, or people use it to mean basically any 21st century management practice. And that's, things like empowering people, engaging people, getting them to be a part, treating people with respect. All of these things are just good 21st century management. They're not the way people used to manage, but they're the way you need to manage today in the 21st century. The other thing that they will mean is agility enabling practices. So things like iterative and incremental releases. That's agility enabling, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're agile. I can still deliver in iterations or in increments and not be agile. We'll talk about that in just a little bit here about how you measure agility. And there's also, people will use it to talk about the agile movement. So the development of the Agile Manifesto and the whole movement of trying to get people in organizations to adopt this way of thinking, this 21st century management thinking, and these agility enabling practices. But the word agile is an adjective, and it means nimble. Agile is not a noun. These are some buttons that I had made and gave away at a conference one year. But I want to really drive this home. When the word agile becomes a noun and you start using it as a noun, you actually lose a lot of the value that you could get if you really understood the broader understanding of the broader context of what it means, what you're driving for with agility. You're not saying, hey, we're an organization that does stand-ups, right? Just because you do stand-ups doesn't mean that you are nimble, you're agile. So here's a challenge for you. I challenge you to, for the next week, in your discussions and in your interactions, don't use the word agile. Substitute the word nimble, because it doesn't have the baggage associated with it that the word agile does. Substitute the word nimble and use that, and see all the places, you'll see all the different places then that you are using the word to mean something else, right? You'll find yourself in a conversation saying, yes, in our company we do nimble. And you'll be like, do nimble? That does not make any sense. Well, neither does saying you do agile. You either are agile or you're not. We do agility enabling practices. We do 21st century management. We are nimble as a result of those things. So try it for a week. Use the word nimble instead of the word agile. I'll use the word nimble off and on throughout this entire course. I prefer it to the word agile because it shakes people up. It breaks their patterns and helps them see and hear what they're talking about in a new light.